What's up, guys? How are you? Happy Monday. Welcome in to another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, your host for this 365 sports betting podcast bonanza. And we are back after, well, a flat day officially, but a good day thanks to Florida. Let me explain. So, unfortunately, we don't get the Colorado State to make the Sweet 16 bet right, which would have won us 3 units. That was a travel, by the way. I know you Maryland fans want to run around and claim that it was not. It was a travel. That's what happened. Queen traveled, but fine. Maryland wins. LA Kings win easily over the Boston Bruins. So we made it back. No harm, no foul with that. We're just flat. St. Mary's got trounced. Ole Miss destroyed against Iowa State. So it's a 2-2 down 0.1 day for Sunday. However, Duke won easily, and Florida survived. I almost got burned by doing the rollover and getting greedy. The rollover was supposed to be just Houston. And I got cocky, and I added Florida and Duke in order to just kind of pump it up. So now if you started with $100 on this experiment, you now have $207. We will take the $207 and we will bet it on Houston on the money line against Purdue. That's going to win us about $50, okay? So we'll have $250 barring an upset where Purdue is a 7.5-point big dog. I will make that play once I get to New Hampshire. So I'm flying Wednesday afternoon. I am flying to New Hampshire. I'm going to get there late on Wednesday night. Thursday morning, I will get up and I will bet the $207 at the only book that's in New Hampshire, which is DraftKings. So I'll make that play on Thursday before the game. So if you're following along, that's when I'll post that ticket and we'll go with it with $207 on Moneyline Houston. If Houston wins, we'll have about $250, $260 going into the Elite 8 matchup, and we'll have a conversation. Not saying I'm going to guarantee that we're going to bet all of it. I don't know yet. I got to kind of figure it out and think about it as to how I may just take a little profit for my time and bet 150, take 100 out and say, okay, let's just guarantee that we don't lose any money. And let's bet the 150 that we have made from the book. And let's go ahead and bet that on Houston, which will probably be, I don't know, probably if they play Tennessee, it's probably going to be, 3, 2.5 for Houston. So money line's probably 130, 140, somewhere in that range. So, bet $140 to win 100. So then we'd wind up winning, if that bet comes in and catches, we'd be up $250. So that's not bad for an experiment. So I don't know. We'll see how we're going to play it out. But as of right now, we're up $107. Let's pause it until we hit the weekend on Thursday, which, by the way, I'll make that bet coming up on Thursday, where I'll be Thursday and Friday. I'll be in New Hampshire. So technically it's a flat day. I had a nice day. I had a nice winning day, but technically we're flat on that. Florida was a scare upon scare, but we will take it. Let's get back to the professionals. We've been all college for a while. Let's do the NHL. And let's do 3 NBA player props for today. But before we do that, here's a reminder about the college ranks and the NCAA Pick'em contest, which is still going on right now. You guys can go and be a part of this during the college basketball tournament. Take your bracket knowledge to the next level with the brand new NCAA Tournament Pick'em contest, which is sponsored by FanDuel. Pick your winners or make predictions against the spread all tournament long for a chance to win up to $1,000 in FanDuel DFS credits, signed jerseys, and free annual BettingPros subscriptions. The best part, this is all completely free and it's all tournament long. Enter now at bettingpros.com/contests. That's bettingpros.com/contests. All right, let's start in the NHL. We've done a pretty good job with these 2-leg moneyline parlays. I hit it again. Okay. It's been 4 straight days, What's going on 5 straight days for these 2-leg, and that wasn't even a money line parlay technically yesterday, even though it was Maryland. It was 2-leg money line, Maryland and the Kings. That was a money line parlay. This won't be a money line parlay. This is sort of a weird, like kind of a twist on a 2-leg money line parlay. Let's start with the Minnesota Wild. The Wild are up against the Dallas Stars. This number doesn't make any sense to me. This is really heavy. Now, minus 225 for the Dallas Stars against the Minnesota Wild. What am I missing here? The Wild are 22-10-3 on the road. The Stars are 26-7-2 at home, and they've won 3 straight games, all at home. Stars have won 2 of 3, not nearly as good, but the Stars are at home, and they're big favorites. The Stars won the first game in Minnesota 2-1. The Wild won the second game in Dallas 3-2. This game is in Dallas. This is a 1-goal game. This is a 1-goal game. The Wild may win this game outright. You could take them on the money line if you want. It's plus 180. That's an ESPN bet. It's plus 184 at FanDuel for this. Instead, I'm going to jump in and take the plus 1.5. Now that's minus 144. So that goes if the Wild win the game, this cashes. Or if they lose 4-3 or 3-2. If they go to overtime, this bet cashes. Okay? Again, I love the Stars. You guys know where I am on the Dallas Stars for their points, and I want Dallas to keep rolling here. Dallas has 92 points. Okay? They've played 69 games they've played so far. So we're talking 13, 14 games. I need 5, 6 more wins, okay, for Dallas. And then to get the 10, to get the 100, actually not even that much. I need 8. So I need 4 more wins to get to 8 points, to get to 100. And then we cash on the Dallas Stars. Oh, no, it's 103, right? I think it was the Brewers was 99. I think the Dallas Stars was 103 for points. Anyways, 5 more wins, we're good, okay? So if Dallas wins this game, that's fine. Win the game 3-2 or 4-3. Don't win it by more than one goal. I'm going to take the Wild plus 1.5. And by the way, the Wild on the road this year are the second most profitable team on the puck line on the road. They're 22-13, up 5.7 units. Only the Anaheim Ducks are better at 26-10, up 16.5 units. That's because they're always, dogs, and they're winning or they're getting 1.5. So Minnesota is a very good team on the road at 22-10-3, meaning they're winning these games or they're just losing by 1 goal. Plus 1.5 goals for the Wild. And we're going to parlay that with the New York Islanders. The Islanders are at home here tonight up against the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are absolutely reeling. They were a playoff team for a little while, but they're now 11-20-4 on the road. The Islanders are 17-13-4 on the road, but Columbus now has lost 6 games in a row, and they're 2-7-1 over their last 10. 11-20-4 on the road, and they have 71 points. They are currently out of the wild card spot. They're behind the Islanders, who are 2 points up on them. The Rangers have 74 points. Islanders 73 points. Columbus has 71 points. Devils have 80 points. In the wild card standings, the Rangers have 74, Islanders 73, Columbus 71. Montreal is the second in last wild card spot at 75 points. So this is a big game. But at home, I'm going to back the Islanders. Islanders money line in any which way to win this game. Islanders money line. That is, depending on the book, plus the numbers are moving around as I'm speaking. You get this now at plus 193 if you want to look around. So you basically will get this at plus 200. I got plus 196 on this. So just depends on the book you go to. I got plus 196. FanDuel is plus 193. It's somewhere in that range. Officially, we'll go with plus 196. Essentially a 2-1 return on this. Wild on the puck line, catching a goal and a half on the road to Dallas. Islanders money line at home against Columbus. That is a plus 196 parlay. Throw 1 unit down on that for a hockey play. Okay. Again, the Wild may lose. Let's just lose by 1 goal. Okay. Keep this game close. 3-2. 5.5's the total. So the book's telling you basically 3-2 final in some form or fashion. You know, the open netter might be dangerous, but hopefully it's the Wild scoring the open net, not the Dallas Stars. So that's what could burn us. The open net could burn us, but it's 1 unit. So on a Monday, so let's fire on it. Wild on the puck line, parlayed with the Islanders on the money line. Okay, to NBA player props we go. Let's start with Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes, points and rebounds prop for him coming up here for tonight. I got 2 bets on this game. Scotty Barnes, points and rebounds over 25.5 at minus 106. Why are we jumping in on this? Well, Scotty Barnes is a guy that has been pretty good. In his last game against Golden State, he was actually awesome. 29 points. He grabbed 10 rebounds and 6 assists during the 117-114 loss to the Golden State Warriors. That was a double-double against the Warriors. Look, I mean, and now they're facing up against the San Antonio Spurs, and they're at home. I think we got a decent shot here. Against Golden State, the prop was 23.5. He had 39. Now, against Phoenix on the road, it was 24.5. He went under. At the Spurs against Portland, it was 25.5, and he went under. Against Utah, it was 25.5. He got 30, so he went over with that. 2 games against Washington, both went under, but against Utah, went over. In Orlando, it went over for Scotty Barnes. The projection for this, the prop bet cheat sheet, is liking Scotty Barnes to go over because this is a interesting matchup. That said the Spurs. Sorry, it's Washington. I don't know why that says that. That's interesting. That's the prop bet cheat sheet's got the. Sometimes when I'm betting overnight, and you guys who are BettingPros premium members, you'll see this a lot. You'll see some differences on this because it says they're playing the Spurs. They're not playing the Spurs. They played the Spurs in the last game, so it hasn't reset yet from last night. That was last night's game. This is on a back-to-back. So this is Toronto on a back-to-back. It's up against Washington. It's not up against the Spurs. But Scotty Barnes, points and rebounds, is being projected for somewhere around 29.7 tonight on the prop bet cheat sheet. And I think, well, I don't think I am. I'm betting over on it. I'm going to follow it. It's a bad team. We know Scotty Barnes had 22 points last night. He had a really good game last night. Scotty Barnes for Toronto last night went had 22 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. He was good last night for the Raptors. Let's go ahead over 25.5. The projection is being set for Scotty Barnes, 29.7. Like I mentioned, it's a 4.2 projected differential, 39% positive EV play against the 30th ranked team against this prop, which is the Washington Wizards, which is horrible. This has hit 60% of the time over the last 5 games for Scotty Barnes. We're going to go ahead and play the over 25.5 at minus 106 for Scotty Barnes. Now, there is a second play that we're going to make here on this. And I don't normally bet 2 overs in the same game, but we're going to bet Jordan Poole points, rebounds, and assists over 22.5 for him. The prop bet cheat sheet has this set as a projection for 28 for Jordan Poole. 5-star play, plus 38 positive EV. And again, because Toronto's on a back-to-back, not great defensively, it's a good time to jump in on an over here. It's 22.5 at minus 112 for Jordan Poole. And again, it's a game where you can take a look at it and go, all right, last 2 games have gone over for Jordan Poole. Against the Knicks, he had 31 points, rebounds, and assists. Against Orlando, he had 22. His prop was set at 20.5. Now it's 21.5. Now it's 22.5. So it's slowly creeping up from the books, but he's going over. So, I mean, Orlando's the best defensive team in basketball. The Knicks are very good defensively, and he went over in both of these. We know that Toronto's not the best defensive team in basketball, so this should be good. Let's go ahead and jump in on that. With Jordan Poole over points, rebounds, and assists at 22.5. So 2 overs. That's rare, okay? The final bet is an under, and it's a scary one because it's LeBron James. Betting LeBron James unders is never fun. However, it's only a second game back, and it's against Orlando, like I mentioned, the number 1 team defensively in the NBA. The Lakers have lost 2 straight games. They lost to the Bucks 118-89, and they lost to the Bulls 146-115. The Magic beat the Lakers in LA 119-118. LeBron James's prop for points and rebounds is set at 30.5. Now, LeBron in the one game that he had back was pretty good. 17 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, 6 boards. Typical LeBron James game. He went over in the game against Orlando, but that was a game that was played back in November 21st. No Luka. Now with Luka, LeBron's different. Luka's going to carry most of the scoring. And the Lakers are 15-18 on the road. They're not great. 18-17 for the Magic at home. I'm not saying that they're tremendous, but they're going to look to stop LeBron here. LeBron can score, 25 points, grab 4 rebounds, and we're good, and we're under. The rebound prop is always scary because it's set at 7.5 for LeBron. So we're going to need him. His points is set at 22.5. So we're really going to need LeBron not to have a gigantic, crazy scoring game, but he only scored, he had 23 points and rebounds in the game against Chicago. And that was a really high scoring game. And LeBron went under this number of 30.5. The prop bet cheat sheet is projecting LeBron to have, not that good of a game. And I know, again, it can be scary to bet unders for LeBron, but I think this is one of those times where you jump in and you look at LeBron and say, okay, the injury, minutes, how often is he going to play? The projection is for LeBron to come pretty far under this, 25, 26 points, rebounds for LeBron. Let's fade LeBron James and bet an under with LeBron up against the Orlando Magic coming up here for tonight. All right, so 3 NBA player props and 1 2-leg NHL parlay. To recap, the Wild plus 1.5 goals up against the Stars on the road, parlayed with the Islanders money line at plus 196 for 1 unit. Scotty Barnes, points and rebounds over 25.5. LeBron James, points and rebounds under 30.5. And Jordan Poole, points, rebounds, and assists over 22.5. Let's get some offense for Toronto and Washington. Let's have that be a crazy AAU-style basketball game where every prop goes over, and then the LeBron game won't matter all that much for us coming up on the points or the NBA player props. We've been very good at NBA player props. Let's keep it rolling. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt every single morning. Wherever you guys get your podcasts, it is the Daily Juice.